Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You, and today we're taking a look at a very special and historical watch. This is the IWC Big Pilot. This watch was originally designed as a pilot's watch in World War II. So the actual original design is called the B year design, and IWC wasn't actually the only manufacturer for this was for the Luftwaffe Air Force, the Nazi Air Force. Some other manufacturers were Lange and Stoa, and these are very, very interesting pieces as they were designed, again, like many historical watches were, as tools, just for pilots. So let's take a look at the watches individually. Alright, so here we have actually two of the most popular versions of the Big Pilot. This is the ceramic Top Gun version, and then the steel, just normal, standard Big Pilot. We're actually just going to talk about the features of this individually because the ceramic version has exactly the same movement and everything. Everything's pretty much the same except for the case back, which you can see says Top Gun on it, which is pretty cool to look at. But it's got this plastic covering over it because this is a brand new watch here at JB Hudson. But yeah, that's pretty much the only unique thing about this. It just says Top Gun. It's got that cool logo on it. It's that's really the only difference. But now let's just jump right into the case of the standard Big Pilot. So, as I probably previously said, this has a stainless steel case. It is 46 millimeters, which is pretty large, and that just kind of ties into the fact that this was originally just a pilot's watch. So pilots, when they're flying, obviously, they have to look at a ton of dials, and it just makes it a little bit easier if those dials are larger, which is why this watch is so big. So I actually, on some of my other videos, I comment about, oh, this watch is too big or whatever, but this actually, the size makes sense. I really like that. I don't like unnecessarily large pieces. This definitely isn't one of them because it's a pilot's watch. This watch, let's kind of jump right into the movement here. This watch has a 7-day power reserve, which is probably the most important aspect of the movement, which is why you see this little 7-day power reserve indicator here. So that's 168 hours. That is a lot more than most watches, most sports watches, and I really, really like that. I love a good power reserve. It kind of annoys me when watches have like 44 hours, and it's like, why wouldn't you just make it have 48? It doesn't really make sense. But this definitely, you're never going to have that issue. You won't even really have to wind it because you only need to wear it once every 7 days. So it's not too bad. It is automatic, so I mean that just aids in the power reserve because when you wear it, it's charging. But it's got a caliber 5009 movement, just in case you're kind of technical and you like those little aspects. With a date, as I said, it already has that power reserve complication. It also has a date complication. One of the pretty cool aspects about this movement is the resetting. Now, because it has this giant crown here, when you reset the watch, it's extremely fast. You can just see that hour hand just moves really, really fast. So if you travel a lot, this is probably a very convenient watch to have. It's great, and also I think I saw a video with John Mayer where he was talking about when he's on tour, he uses it as a clock. You can kind of set it down like that, actually. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so yeah, you can kind of use it as a bedside clock like that. That's a pretty cool little aspect about it. On the negative side, this watch only has a 60-meter depth rating. Obviously, you're not going to use it for diving, but I would have liked to see it have more of 100 meters, so you feel a little bit more secure. Another kind of negative aspect is the price. This is $12,900 new, and I would have liked to see a little bit more complications for that price. But sort of in summary, this and all the versions of it, they're great watches. This is just an absolutely, it's extremely high quality. It's beautiful. And it's just really well done. Nothing about this really detracts from it, other than, again, that depth rating. That's not too big a deal. I don't go diving or anything, but I would just like to see it have a little bit higher, maybe. So actually, let's just kind of end this video with a wrist shot of this watch. Actually, we'll do 2 wrist shots. I'll do one with the ceramic and then one with the steel version. So as you can see, it's cool. It doesn't look, that massive on the wrist. I'd say it looks about the same size as like Royal Oak Offshore Diver, which does have a smaller case size to it, but it's really, really elegant. Now, That was the steel version. Oh, by the way, it comes on a very, very high quality deployant clasp. All IWCs with these, I've never seen an IWC with a bad deployant clasp. They're absolutely brilliantly executed. So let's move on to the Top Gun ceramic version, just so you can get a glimpse of that. Again, same case size, so it should look approximately the same, but it's got that extra little black sporty look to it, a little tactical. It's pretty cool. Again, this comes on a what looks to be a titanium deploying clasp, I think. Actually, no, never mind. I thought it was titanium. It's actually steel. But again, looks really, really cool on the wrist. So all in all, these are two very high quality pieces. I would highly recommend them. Just very minor negative things about them. Everything else is brilliant. Everything was brilliantly executed on this. Thank you, and please subscribe.